I just moved myself out to San Francisco with a job I thought I had. The economy's tanking in front of me. What am I going to do now? And so I spent some time thinking through, all right, I love being out here. If I could do anything, what would I do? And what I realized is what I really wanted to do was take everything I have learned working on Madison Avenue, New York, working with high caliber clients, and everything I had learned working for community development over the years, and see if I could build bridges. And so I ended up getting a really cool job at what is now considered a social enterprise. And so at the time, there was a consortium built in San Francisco to bring in formerly homeless individuals back into the workforce by training them through technology. And I thought that was awesome. And so my role was to build a bridge, was try to get large corporations to care about what we were doing. And so I would go into Wells, and I would go into Citi, and I would go into Genentech, and I would talk to all of these large corporations and say, don't you care? Look how the homelessness situation in San Francisco, look at the tech campus that we've created. We can get people back into the workforce. Don't you care? Don't you want to join us? And you won't be shocked by the answer. The answer was no. They didn't. I'm sure people did. I'm sure individuals did. But as a corporate firm, that wasn't their chief motive. That wasn't their, operational goal. And so I decided to take a different approach. I started interviewing these corporations, and I said, well, what do you care about? What are your pain points? What's actually hard for your job? And what I learned was while they didn't really care about the nonprofit side of what we were doing, they had a diversity problem. They could not get enough diversity candidates. And so I said, well, if I could get some incredible diversity candidates for you, do you care where they came from? Nope. And so I created a diversity recruitment agency out of this nonprofit. 100% for-profit, totally motivated by these corporate recruiters' desire to bring in diverse candidates, but got hundreds of diversity candidates jobs just by changing the positioning. And so at the time, I was working very closely with the board, including the vice president of Goodwill Industries, and he took me aside and he said, hey, Kat, you know what you just did, right? This recruitment agency you just built, that's getting all these people jobs, that's called a social enterprise. That's called a social venture. Totally new to me, was not a common phrase at the time, but I instantly knew that's what I wanted to do.